Oh, hello. Matt made me do that. Matt Berg made me do that. All right, welcome everybody. We are here for our first, the beginning of many.
Yes.
Watchtower mobiles. I want people to cheer, and I forgot we're on stream.
I can hear it from
I
you,
hope
though.
they're doing it at home. I got a very special guest here today with me who will be my co-host on this journey we call Injustice Mobile Stream. His name is Ray McCaffrey.
How you doing?
Look at that magical pop right there. There's his
look
Twitter
at that.
account right
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
You can follow both of us, talk about Injustice 2 console, talk about mobile, but we here, once a month, will be talking about, my bet we're fine?
We're fine.
We'll be talking about Injustice Mobile and giving you guys some insider tips, some stuff that's coming up. One of our goals, and we've talked about this, is to be really transparent with the community in the Injustice 2 mobile space. We want people to feel like they can talk to us and know that we're telling them the truth about stuff that we can, of course, right? But we're going to be really transparent with things, so we want to start with that today. A couple things. There is a giveaway later today, which we're going to be talking about here in a little bit, which is a really cool giveaway. I'm very excited about it. But before we do that, we got to say hello to a good friend, Matt Burke, on the computer back there.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, we clapped over his hey, everybody. That's fine. So Matt Burke here is helping us out. This is Ray. So Ray, just to get started, let's talk about who you are.
So I'm Ray.
Learned that earlier.
Associate producer here on the mobile team. I've been working on the mobile team for the last 5 years.
We actually started working within a week of each other.
Within a week of each other, that's right. Worked on Injustice 1 mobile, worked on MKX mobile, worked on Batman Arkham Origins mobile. Now we obviously are here at Injustice 2 mobile. So it's been 5 years, nice long journey.
Very exciting. It's always been a plan of ours to do a mobile stream. It's just kind of like the way that this game works really kind of lends itself to what we're going to be doing for a stream.
Yes.
Because as planned by the great design team and your team over there, there is a ton of stuff to always be doing.
Yes.
And we want to let you know what that ton of stuff is.
Yeah, and on top of all of it, it's all alive, it's all organic, it's always changing. We're constantly updating, so it's a good opportunity for streams.
Very exciting. So Ray's been doing that. So just again, I know the first part of this might be a little boring for people, but I want people to kind of get into so for those of you who are first here, maybe you're console players and want to check out the mobile stream. Again, you won't be seeing Derek on the mobile streams. Derek is taking the mobile streams off. You're taking his place because you know a lot about the mobile game.
Poor Derek.
I know, poor Derek. So we kind of want to tell people who are maybe new.
Sure.
Just what is the mobile game? Explain it real quick.
So the mobile game is a 3v3 fighter that uses the heroes and villains of the DC universe, specifically the Injustice 2 universe. So it's a very deep, very complex sort of fighting RPG kind of style game. It's got a ton of different modes, a whole ton of characters. The sort of gist of it is you set up your squad of 3 characters and you fight 3 other characters, and that's in our campaign mode, it's in our arena mode, that's in our resource missions, and these are all different features that you can sort of jump in between as you're playing the game.
And we'll break a lot of those down in next streams and such.
Yeah.
Continue.
You collect these heroes and villains, and much like the console game, they all have their own pieces of gear, and you collect that gear, level them up. Each character has 5 slots. Once you collect all 5 slots, they upgrade visually. You get that different gear look on the character, not just on the model, but also on the card. And then you level up all that gear, and you get random effects that allow you to customize your character. Like if you're a highly defensive player, you'll be able to customize your character's talents and their gear to do that. For a highly offensive character, you can do that. It's a really deep experience.
Right.
Real
quick, been following the stream chat. No Red Hood today. This is a mobile stream.
Yeah.
We have a console stream and we have a mobile stream. So this is for the fans of the mobile game. So keep that in mind if you're being somewhat of a jerk in Twitch chat. Just if that happens to happen. So here we go. About being open and transparent real quickly.
Sure.
Yesterday the arena was down.
Yes. So we were preparing for our Wonder Woman movie update, which is now live in the Google Play and Apple App Store. But in preparation for that update, because there is a special Wonder Woman movie event that is specific to arena seasons, we basically just the timing didn't work out, and we had to delay the current arena season just a few hours. Because if we hadn't done a few hours, we would have to do a whole week. Because you can't just start an arena season for a few hours. It's not enough time for people to get up on the leaderboards. So we made the decision to go ahead and wait a little bit.
Now that said, we probably could have been a little more open about telling you that it was going down.
Yep.
So these are, it's a learning process for all of us. This game is definitely, all of our mobile games have been in depth and big. This one has a lot of new things happening.
Yes.
And there are things that we, need to get better about telling you.
Yeah.
So that's on me. That's on we could have done a lot of different things there. If it happens again, we'll let you know.
Yep.
One big thing I want to do now, I've been going to our forums, to Reddit, and to Twitter, and we have a lot of questions from people, and we're going to try to answer as many as we can. Every time we do a stream for mobile, we will begin the show with a bunch of Q&A, so we can kind of just tell people what's up.
Yep.
Question number one. These are from Twitter, I believe. @EdenIsGod asks, big question from a lot of people.
Yes.
In the arena mode, some people, how to have 3 million points so fast?
That is a very complicated answer, but one that I can tell all of you. So the people who are in the top of the leaderboards, they have been playing since our soft launch. We soft launched the game in February, so they have had a little bit more time to collect characters and level them up. So these players who are at the top of the leaderboards and who managed to get battle rating very, very quickly, they have these massive rosters of powerful characters, and they essentially run through them all day. Like we look at these players and we go, is this guy a hacker? Like, is this who's this mystery person at the top? And we look at their battle rating, we look at their teams, we look at their account activity, and these are legitimate players who just play all day long.
And mainly just arena.
Yes, and mainly just arena. So that seems to be the focus for these players. I mean, there's a lot of different things to do. They like to play arena.
Right, and there's more on that in a little bit.
Yes, yes.
So @RealDeathShark, nice. Is there a possibility of getting DLC characters in challenges?
Yes, there's absolutely a possibility of getting DLC characters in challenges. We are working out what characters we want to release in what order. But pretty much, if it was a character available on the console game, there is a very, very good chance that sooner or later they will show up,
either in challenges or just in the game.
Yes, correct.
Who we got? Nick Turner Art asks @NickTurnerArt. If I play on my iPhone, can I then play on my iPad?
Absolutely. So it's as long as you have connected to Game Center, and Justice 2 is aware of your Game Center ID, you can jump between two different devices, whether it's two iPhones or an iPad and an iPhone, seamlessly. And when you boot up one, it'll automatically grab your progress and load it up on the new device.
That's great for a lot of people, I'm sure.
Yes.
On the bus, you're on the phone. When you get home and you're watching TV, you're on the iPad.
It's literally what I do.
Right, exactly. Dr. Neuroshock, one of my favorite DC villains. Will energy management change?
Right now, we don't have any plans to change energy management. If anything, we would offer up different ways to acquire energy faster. But in general, philosophically, we aren't changing that system.
And we'll talk a little bit later about how what else you can be doing in the interim too.
Absolutely.
Another question from Subhams DC says, how do you get Arkham Knight Batman gear?
When you unlock Arkham Knight Batman, you are automatically given, through an achievement, all 5 pieces of his gear.
Legendary.
Legendary.
Can I tell a story?
You can definitely tell a story.
So here's the fun thing. Like, I follow around Twitter, and people tweet me, and they're like, I haven't got any golds yet. I haven't got any golds yet. Because,
I haven't.
It's a random drop, right?
Yeah.
Some people have many, some have none, right?
Yes.
It's just keep playing. You're going to get a gold eventually.
Yeah.
So I was in the same boat. And then yesterday morning, and I made a rule, because I work here, I could just go talk to Ray and say, please give me all these things so I can try them out for the stream. Yeah. But I've made a conscious effort to play only on my phone without any help from anybody else, so I can learn what everybody else is doing so we can talk about it better. So yesterday, I pulled a legendary Batman.
After like a month and a half of I haven't gotten a gold yet, you pull the
I pulled a legendary. I pulled the rarest character in the game, which is cool. I'm pretty happy about it. I've opened some more chests since then and still haven't got a gold. Yeah. But I do have legendary Batman, which is awesome. He's helping my team a lot. So, keep getting chests.
Yeah.
Like, you can, I was blown away.
Yeah.
I didn't believe it at first. It was one of those sort of things.
Am I dreaming?
I was like, that can't be right. And I was like, it's purple.
This is a bug.
Yeah, it must be a bug. Sorry, we're taking that away, Tyler. But yeah, you can get it from an achievement, which I also got, and now I have a fully kitted out, I got some stuff to do still.
Yeah.
A lot of work to do on the character still. We're going to move to Reddit now. Jose de Cuban asks, are there plans of incorporating other ways of obtaining arena tokens?
Not right now. Arena tokens are specific to arena mode by design. And the items that are available in that store are specific to arena mode. Unless the core of the feature changes, it is unlikely you would get arena points anywhere.
Right, they're for the arena.
Correct.
Diggs, Martins, are there going to be any ways to get more credits in the future? People are getting a little credit hungry, it sounds.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, with every update, we take a look at the overall design of the game, not only with what exists, but what we also have in development. And every time we look at the game, it's another opportunity to inject some credits here and there.
Right, so. Sounds good. Now here's a big. Oh, we got a big one after this one. Mm-hmm. This is just kind of ramping up to the big one.
Yeah.
Are there going to be? Pardon me. I have some achievements that aren't completing. Mm-hmm. For instance, some of the amount of heroes you have and that sort of thing. Are there fixes in place? I mean, we know that one of mine are already fixed.
Yes, as of yesterday with the update that just went live. For what it's worth, this was one of the top reported issues with our customer service team. And they're a fantastic team. All the reports that you, the players, send, we look at those. They compile them, they send them to us. And one of the biggest reports was that players were not properly getting achievements. So in the most recent update 1.4, we have addressed that. I know that when I loaded it up, my game center just went boom, 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 and I must have gotten I don't know, half of the achievements. I was like, oh, there they are, and then you go and look at the in-game achievements, and you see that you've started to actually acquire those as well.
Now, here's the thing I really want to press on people because people who tweet me, they'll probably start tweeting you now that you're doing this, and they'll tweet our main Injustice to Go page, right?
Yes.
Now, here's the deal. Sometimes, different time zones and whatnot, we might miss something. Yeah. Like, I might not be up at 3 o'clock in the morning when someone says, why is this not working? Yep. What we need you to do is, in-game, you can actually contact support.
Yeah. There's if you go into the settings menu, there's an option to actually contact customer support with a variety of options that you can select, and then you can add some description there. It's really important to sort of follow that path to letting us know if something is wrong or if you found a problem. When you send that data to customer service, we don't just read the ticket. We get your username, we get your account ID, we're able to actually look at your profile and go, we can see what's going on here, and it helps us identify the bugs and helps us fix problems faster.
Right, I mean, if I'm at home at 2 o'clock in the morning, I can't do any of that.
No.
I mean, if I'm here at 12 in the afternoon, I still can't do that. But so that's that sort of thing. There's also a Twitter for WB Support.
Yes.
You can tweet, and another big one is WBSupport.com.
Yes.
You can put in tickets there. So that's really important for you guys to know that if there's a problem, please do that. You can let us know. Maybe I can help escalate it if I'm around or seeing the Twitter. But Twitter is a medium that just goes super fast, and when you get a lot of tweets, you're going to miss something. I don't want you guys to think we're ignoring you, because that is the furthest from what we want to be doing right now. Correct. Here's a good one. Is there a possibility for other arena reward tiers? So the problem becomes there's some people way at the top, and people are feeling like they can't get good arena stats, get to where they want to be.
So this is an issue that we've actually been discussing since launch. The tiers themselves, the way they're broken out, we were pretty happy with, but we're starting to kind of reevaluate what that looks like, and not just the rewards specifically. They may not necessarily change, but one of the things that we are talking about doing is actually sort of breaking up the leaderboards into smaller leaderboards. So you might be right now you're in a pool of a lot of players, honestly, and the goal would be to basically shrink down that pool so that reaching the top 200 is very achievable. So that's something that we are actively investigating and working on, and should hopefully have in the near future.
Yes, I hope that makes everybody happy to be able to get a little more. But no ETA on that, of course. And let me just mention too, a lot of things we say here, because we're going to be open and such. Some of this stuff we talk about, hopefully it will happen. It might be ways in the distance.
By the time we're talking about it in here, we're relatively confident that's the path that we're going to go. But of course, it's all in development.
Right. So Wonder Woman. We're going to get to her a little bit later, but she is in the arena.
Yes.
You can get shards. How long is that going to last?
Right now, we have a 1-week season running, and depending on how that season goes, we could continue to run further seasons through the rest of the month.
Right. Let me give shout-outs real quick. John Cash had the question about achievements. Items On, who is a frequent poster, had the other question about the reward tiers, and that was from Parmesan 980. So.
I love Parmesan.
Yes, me too.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorites, cheeses.
Yeah, we go through it pretty quick in my house.
Yeah, me too. Our forums, you can also check out our Injustice 2 forums. Look those up on the web and join those. There's a lot of players out there who are they love giving people advice on how to play the game better. And everyone plays the game differently, which we'll talk about in a second too. Nerdman88 asks, can we get an in-game glossary to explain some of the terms that our game uses? fast attacks, lethals, that sort of thing.
Yeah, it's something that we've had in our previous games, and it just sort of got deprioritized for our launch. So it's something that we'll look at doing, and we'll see if we can slot in an update sometime in the future.
It is cool, though, because, like, you know, a new game has a totally new lexicon of what you can talk about. Especially this game, right?
Like, there's gear, there's reforge, there's talents, there's abilities, there's passives.
To make a fun, balanced game that has depth, you need to kind of create a whole new language for it.
Yeah.
So definitely something to look at, though. Speed round.
Oh, yeah.
From Vespasian.
Okay.
Can we expect the following?
Okay.
Reverse Flash.
Maybe one day.
Firestorm.
Definitely one day. He's in story mode.
Yes. Black Adam.
Also in story mode.
Excellent.
Yes.
Red Hood.
Maybe one day.
Cool.
Again, like as long as the players keep wanting new characters and new content for the game, we'll continue to support it.
Right. So little tip: if they're in the story mode, you might see them.
Probably see them.
Xeno X. Sometimes the touch seems a bit unresponsive. Is there something that you're aware of? Are you trying to look at and fix? Is it something that you've seen?
Yes. So touch sensitivity is kind of a funny thing. The bar sort of moves depending on whether or not you're on iOS, whether or not you're on Android, and it also depends on what device you've got. So we're constantly making improvements to the overall touch sensitivity to sort of narrow in on that sweet spot that works for all devices. So we're something we constantly iterate on, and you know we'll change it as newer devices come out and try and just zero in on that.
Right. Just to say, for some of you who've just joined us, this is our first mobile stream with Ray. The Twitch chat just said that the room is calmer than usual. Yeah. Everyone seems a little more chill. Yeah. That's good. Keep it there. When will Chapter 2 be available, people are asking? Of the story, sorry.
And an update very soon.
Cool. Just some random questions with nobody in particular, just judging the temperature of Twitter I got for you.
Sure.
Challenges are hard.
Challenges are a little hard, yes. So challenges are designed to be a little more difficult. They are supposed to be challenging. And the thing about a challenge is it's going to come back around. Yeah, I know.
That's good.
See what I did there?
Right.
So the challenges are going to loop back around. So if you don't get the character that you're looking for the first weekend that they're available, it is going to come back around. And we'll do a better job at communicating what characters are coming up in the future.
Got a really cool one coming up this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Maybe we can talk about that.
Maybe.
That, for now, is good for questions.
Okay.
So again, we're going to try to do these once a month, probably. Or earlier if we have a big update, we'll throw one in. So we'll always ask for questions. So also keep questions coming to us, too. I mean, definitely good questions to our Injustice to Go. That's the main one you want to go to. Yeah. You know, you can also tweet us, but that's the main one you want to hit. Let's talk about the update.
Yeah.
We have a new update. It's pretty big.
Yes.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, we released update 1.4 yesterday, and it comes with a number of new changes. The biggest thing being our Wonder Woman movie event. So in this event, we have a few different things that are going on. First, I'd like to talk about the silver version of Wonder Woman.
Absolutely.
So we have Amazon Wonder Woman, which is the silver tier version of the character, and she's a really awesome, not just looking character, but ability character. My favorite thing about her is, we'll look at combat here in a little bit, but her passive ability is awesome. Once you have collected this character, all females in your collection, whether or not Wonder Woman is even on your team, all females in your collection get a health boost.
Nice.
Yes, all of them.
Not if they're not on your team. If they're in your collection.
Even if Wonder Woman is not on your team and you're playing with you know, Harley and Ivy and maybe another Wonder Woman, like you will get that health boost.
Wow, that's we done that before?
No, that is something that we haven't done before.
That's
so it's
cool.
Very exciting. Yeah.
And now, real quick, while we're here, the silver card. Let's talk about how you get it.
Yes. So we have our daily objectives, which I hope most of you are familiar with. If you're not, it's just a series of things that you sort of do every day, and you earn things like energy and sim tickets and credits and account XP. So we added a new daily objective. Once you complete 5 daily objectives, you automatically get 4 shards for Amazon Wonder Woman.
And really, a person who even doesn't have a lot of time to play, 5 daily objectives is not that much.
It's not hard. I mean, I do my dailies. At least the easier ones, I mean, I do them about 5 minutes.
Yeah, and half the time in the morning when you wake up, you have something that's already popped 2 of them.
Yep, exactly.
Right? So, also, so that's great. That's how you get her. Pretty easy. So you can, if you pretty much play every day, do your things for most of the month, you'll get her.
Yep.
Another one, we have, let's talk about gold.
So we have Mythic Wonder Woman as well. She has that really cool, iconic movie outfit. So Mythic Wonder Woman is available through Arena mode. You place higher up on the leaderboards and you sort of collect shards for her at the end of every season. And the higher up you are in the leaderboards, the more shards that you collect. She is also available in an exclusive pack that you can find in the store.
And this is a good segue because we are doing a giveaway today. So here shortly on the Twitter site, on the Twitter site. I'm a grandpa. Twitter site on our Twitter account for Injustice Mobile. You'll be able to retweet, and Matt will throw that real quick. If you retweet this picture, and this, I'm sorry to say this is United States only.
Yes.
If you retweet this picture, 5 people will receive. I'll get in contact with you. Get some information from you. Will receive Mythic Wonder Woman and 500 gems.
Yes.
And they'll be randomly selected. United States residents only, please. And we'll get in contact with you, and we'll give 5 away. We hope to do giveaways on every stream if we can.
Yep.
There's always going to be a new thing we're going to be probably talking about,
yep.
and we'll hope to give you those. So look on our Twitter here shortly, and retweet away.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Awesome. Bug fixes. Anything that's kind of just fixed general things. We talked a little bit about some of it.
Yeah, some of the bigger stuff. Like we had mentioned, achievements. That was one of the biggest things that we were seeing from our customer service team. So we managed to go in and really spruce up that system. In addition to that, logging in with Game Center and Google Play Services, both of those things were things that we really hit hard for this update. We got a lot of complaints from you guys, and we appreciate those reports. So we went ahead and addressed some of those. Some general stability and performance enhancements overall, just to make the game feel a little bit more stable.
And that's a moving target. We're going to keep doing more. Every update be some more stability issues. Because you guys keep giving us your issues with tickets to customer service. We're going to keep finding them, and we're going to keep squashing them.
Yep, absolutely.
Awesome. So I want to talk about something, this is just a little conversation to have real quickly, about how to play the game, like how different people play the game. Like there are a lot of different things you can do in this game, and kind of it's almost like a cycle. You're always doing something new to make this better, to make this better. So I just wanted to kind of, because I play it differently than you do. I'm not a min-maxer, I don't do that. I don't know if you do. But I'm more of like, I think this character's cool, I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
So what is your date, like you wake up in the morning.
Oh, my favorite thing. First thing I do, wake up in the morning, make my cup of coffee, and I actually go and I turn on Injustice 2 console.
Right.
I log into that, and then I log into mobile, and I get my daily logins on both. So that's the thing I do first thing in the morning.
That's 25 gems right away.
Right, it's 25 gems right away. I mean, you do that a few times a week, and you get yourself another character.
Right.
So that's sort of the first thing I do. And then I either bring characters back from operations that I sent away the night before, because I like to send my most powerful characters away when I go to bed.
Right.
Then when I wake up, I bring them back, and then you of course unlock that daily objective. Then before I go into any fights, I upgrade characters' abilities, which is a daily objective, and then I re-roll any talents that I can re-roll. Again, I'm a min-maxer. I really want to get those rare talents that the characters can have.
I got 3 rare talents on my legendary Batman on the first rolls.
Really?
I did.
Wow.
Right?
I don't have any golds.
I know.
So that's sort of like my the beginning part of my day. And then depending on where my characters are at, if I feel that I can sort of, if I'm at a point where I can beat new fights, I will actively do that. If not, I'll use sim tickets to actually run through the campaign missions that I need to complete and even the resource missions I need to complete. But the resource missions I engage with much more. Like you want to have powerful characters that can unlock those next tiers of resource missions so that when you collect new characters, you can just dump buckets of XP into the new characters that you collect. It levels them up really fast, and then you can use them on other resource missions in the future.
I never thought of this. I just try to make Green Arrow really big.
Yeah, right.
So that's where I am.
The biggest thing that I did, and I know we're going to talk about it in a minute, but I spent my first 3 weeks just investing in operations.
Yep.
Yes.
You know what, truthfully, now that we're on it, let's just move that to now. Because operations are, I mean, y'all see it on the screen. Maybe you're not using them as much as you should. Like, I did the same thing. Yeah. The first thing that I did was all of the gems I've been dumping into operations, which I'm now at a level 16. So, operations are really for the long game. Like, if you see, I mean, I'm going to stick in this game for a long time. So my investment in that early, I think, is a really good idea.
Yes.
Because I do have it written down, because once you get to 20,
oh, yeah.
You get a 20% completion speed.
Yes.
So a 9-hour one takes math minus 9 hours.
Less than 9 hours.
25% experience boost. 15% gear chance.
Which is really, really nice, because if you haven't unlocked a battle yet where you can get a specific piece of gear, you have a chance to get it.
See, that's the thing. I didn't know that when I first did this, and I got a Green Arrow piece, and Green Arrow is not where I'm at yet on the thing, so I have a Green Arrow chest piece that I can't get yet.
Yeah.
That's not in my zone.
Yeah.
25% credits. So you're talking about needing more credits?
You get a big boost there.
25% credits is a pretty big boost. And finally, the big one, I think, 15% chance at gems.
Really satisfying, bringing people back from operations and seeing that you got 25 gems. Like,
right.
This is awesome.
Especially when you're like at 140, and you're like, I want to open a chest. Like, oh, thanks, Catwoman.
Yeah.
You returned with gems. So yeah, operations are definitely, just to talk about, operations are a really good thing to do, especially like, you know, if you just kind of have a schedule. Like I play a little bit in the morning, I play a little bit in the afternoon, and then I play before I go to bed. And before I go to bed, I'll send everybody away on operations, just like you said. And you know, I don't probably play as much as you do. You know, maybe because you're part of the team. But I mean, I feel like I'm maximizing the time I do have with the choices that I've made, even though I'm still sort of sticking with characters I like who I may not be able to upgrade for quite a while. But whatever, no big deal. Let's talk a little bit about Wonder Woman.
Sure.
Let's just kind of talk about how she plays. Like, what's her new deal? Like,
sure. Which one do we want to talk about
Let's
first?
start with Silver.
Silver? Cool. So Amazon Wonder Woman, so you can see she has the really cool like beach outfit from the movie. So like I mentioned earlier, her passive Amazon royalty gives all female heroes in your roster a percentage of health boost, even if Wonder Woman is not necessarily on your team. So she's got her standard first level attack, her Amazon spin. She has her bracelet block, which does, I mean, at level 1 will do a 30% incoming damage reflected. It doesn't work for damage over time, but it does a 60% reduction in damage that she takes. And then, of course, she has her sort of powerhouse special 3 War Killer, which is just a massively damaging attack.
It's called War Killer?
It's called War Killer.
All right, not bad.
Yeah.
She looks great, though. I really love this costume. The low-key sort of Themyscira version of Wonder Woman, and of course her super.
Yeah, it was one of the coolest things that we kind of get to do around here is work with like the iconic DC film properties. Right. This was really fun.
I mean, it's been exciting on both sides of it too, because your console has their thing running. I know we're mobile stream, but there is a console stream running to get Wonder Woman gear on console.
Yes.
So I mean, doing both games and celebrating Wonder Woman, which I literally cannot wait to see. My girlfriend's out of town and she wants to see it so bad, so we're going to wait.
You're gonna wait?
I have to. But I mean, it's getting amazing reviews, and I'm so glad that we're able to celebrate Wonder Woman in this way through both of our games and give you some really, really cool stuff. Yeah. I mean, because truthfully, Silver Wonder Woman, you just play the game.
Right.
And she's yours.
Yeah.
Right. Now, Mythic.
So Mythic Wonder Woman. So this is the gold version of Wonder Woman. And her abilities are definitely different than the silver version. So she can absorb 10% of the opponent's attack when she actually defeats them. So that's sort of like her passive ability. And then she has her chop slide, which is like that really cool slide.
The iconic thing,
yeah, that you see in the trailer of like just Gal Gadot sliding with a sword, which is really awesome. She also has the same bracelet block. I'll say that 10 times fast.
I will not.
as the silver version of Wonder Woman, which again is a really useful defensive tool. And then of course she has her powerhouse move, Themyscira, and that's her very powerful SP3.
Yeah, just big whip and then jumps down, drops down on top, and we'll take a look at a little more of this here. But no, they both look really awesome, and I like how you were able to take two different looks from the movie and from the film, and also take some of the moves that we actually saw in the movie. Which is super cool.
It is.
So thank you, Mr. Burke, for playing those wonderful trailers for us. So yeah, that is Wonder Woman. She's, we're gonna have, of course, we love doing events. So hopefully there's more events to come.
Yes.
Nothing we can talk about right now. What I would like to talk about, which I probably I should have got a picture for, but it's still in process.
Yeah.
We got a challenge coming up on Friday.
We do.
Can you tell them who it is? Do you want to?
The Joker.
It is. What's his name? Do you remember?
Last Laugh Joker.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Last Laugh Joker. This Friday at noon.
It's really cool. For me, like with my time on the weekends and stuff, I'm really kind of picking out. Now I'm being a little weird about it. Like, I look at my team, like what types of characters do I need?
Yeah.
So I'm kind of picking out, like I don't have time to do challenges every single weekend to get everything. So I'm focusing on Fate, which I hope comes back soon.
Yeah.
Can we make him come back this week?
This week, but we're doing the Joker this week.
Right. So I'm going to do the Joker and then Fate eventually again. There's just so many cool ones that I'm going to start doing too many of them and I'm going to get in trouble. Ray, anything else you want to talk about today? Oh, there is. I want to talk more about this. We mentioned it earlier.
Yes.
The Banhammers.
The Banhammer. So this was one of the most important things for us here at NetherRealm. So the first things first, we are very aware of cheaters. I'd like to thank all of the cheaters and hackers for kindly posting YouTube videos and to Facebook pages on how you do it. It's really useful stuff. Thank you for that.
We don't know how to find them. We've never seen them.
Oh, sorry. No.
Any of those videos you post, we don't know where they are. We don't follow. We're not members of any of those groups.
Definitely not.
So,
we don't know, and you take credit and post your username and stuff. We don't.
So thank you for all those things, because it was really cool to see what people were thinking about nowadays.
Yeah.
So we are looking though intently at finding people.
So these players who get to the top of the leaderboards, they're not cheaters. They're not hackers. And anybody who comes across our plate who appears to be that, they get banned immediately. And they aren't just banned from the leaderboards; they're banned from playing the game. So it's one of the things that we cared a lot about for our worldwide launch, and as we've launched, we've found that people have new and creative ways to try and hack the game. So we are constantly iterating and constantly updating to prevent players from doing this. Part of why, and I know this was kind of a sticking point when we announced the game, part of the reason why it's an online-only game is so that we can actually verify who is playing and that they are real users and not hackers. Right. It's one of the downfalls of sort of the previous games is we don't have the same flexibility. We can still find hackers and ban them, but it's not quite the same and not quite as effective as an online-only game, which is why we did it. So if you are unhappy that the game is an online-only game, you can blame these people who decided to go ahead and hack the game and make it not fun for us, but more importantly, you.
We don't want to open a Pandora's box and like be offline and have this sort of like all the issues that could come from that. So keep posting your hacking tips and everything on that. Actually, tweet them right too. We make it easier. I'll just forward them on to Ray and the team. Characters on the horizon. We kind of talked about a little bit of stuff that's happening. But we got some things coming. Anything you want to tease?
It's gonna be a chilly summer, I think.
Interesting. No idea what that means. So, folks, I think, Ray, anything else you want to talk about? This is a pretty good first stream. I think we got through a lot of stuff. I'll take a look at Twitter real quick. Yes, LG Persona, legit.
LQ Persona.
LG, you're right.
LQ Persona is legit. That person loves to play our game.
Yes.
Loves to play our game.
So, awesome, guys. That's it. We're going to come back again. We'll let you know. Again, follow all those Twitter pages we talked about earlier, especially the main Injustice one, at Injustice 2 Go, and we'll be able to tell you when the next stream is going to be. And here's another thing. Like, today was me and Ray. We just kind of wanted to get this off the ground, see how it felt. I felt good about it. It was fun.
It felt really good.
We will be having guests from the mobile team. So, mobile team, if you're watching and somebody wants to be a guest, let me know. So we can talk more about how the game was made and sort of that sort of thing. And just get some more opinions on how they play and what their input is on the game. We definitely want to have guests from the entire mobile team as well. So, but we got this one out of the way. Hail Darkside. And thank you, Matt Burke. And we will see you very soon. Play Wonder Woman as soon as you can.
Thanks, everyone.